Welcome to GS Core, and in our today's initiative of One Day One Answer, our today's topic for economy will be intellectual property right, IPR, and this topic is also quite in news, and India is lagging behind in the IPR also. So we'll be discussing what is this IPR, why it is important, and who are the people that are going to get benefit from it, and how does this IPR work, intellectual property rights work. So we'll be following our same method, that is 5W and 1H, but when, where, why, how. So let us start with the questions that we need to discuss regarding this topic, that is IPR. So our first question that will be, what is IPR? That will include its definition. Next question, when was it introduced? When was it introduced, this IPR in India or any international organization that has made some rules and regulations regarding this part? Then where does this IPR applies? Next question, why is this IPR that much important? Why? Next, who are getting the benefit of this IPR? Any people, any organization, any individual, who are those that are getting benefit of this IPR? Next question will be, how does this IPR policy work? How? And finally, in the end, we'll be seeing some data and facts related to this IPR policy. So our first question, that is the definition part. What is the IPR? So if we talk about the definition, IPR, intellectual property rights, are the legal rights granted to the individual and to the organization for their creation or invention. So it is the legal rights granted to individuals and organizations for their invention and creation part. So these rights will allow the individual and the organization to control the use of their creation or to commercialize their creation, and also it will help them in providing the economic incentives for their innovation and for their creativity. So this is your definition for the IPR. So whichever technology, whichever new invention you have made, you must always register it for the IPR thing, so that you get the legal rights of your invention, that you have created this product. If you are not going to do, if you are not going to take the legal recognition of your invention, someone else can utilize it, someone else can use it and make a copy of it. For you, you have spent roughly around 15 to 20 years creating a technology or innovating the thing. And for someone else, it will take roughly on one day or roughly around a month to copy it down. It will be quite easy for him. He will be commercially using your product, your invention. So that is why it is said that whenever you are innovating anything, you must get a patent of your product. So now our next question, when was this IPR introduced? So this IPR is not a new thing. It has been in our society for many years. Roughly around 19th to 20th century, these rules and regulations have been existing. If we talk about India, in India it was since 1856. So in India we had these rules and regulations, Patent Act 1856. This was improved in Patent Act 1970. Rules and regulations got improved in 1970 also. If we talk about the world, we see WTO is there, World Trade Organization is there, that is making these rules and regulations, and we also have TRIPS, trade related aspect of intellectual property rights. So these rules and regulations were made in 1995. So we have seen international coverage also and the Indian's rules regulations also, that how this IPR thing is being governed. Next, our question will be, where does this IPR applies? So these IPRs are applying, you can apply these patents in India also and globally also. You have to apply for the global patent also. Normally these patents are valid for your country, but if you are applying for globally, then you have to register your patents in different countries also, so that no other company can copy down your product. So lot number of committees are there, lot number of conventions are there, specific treaties are there that are protecting your innovation, such as Berne Convention is there. For artistic work, for literary work is there. Paris Convention is there. Paris Convention is there regarding the industrial property. So, lot number of international organization and conventions are there. And if we talk about India, lot number of rules, regulations are there, such as Patent Act 1970 is there. 1970 is there. Then next is Copyright Act is there, 1957. Next is your Trademark Act is there, 1999. Design Act 2000. Is there. So these are the rights that are protecting your innovation. Our next question, why is this patent thing important? So it is to promote your innovation, it is to protect the innovators' right, it is to encourage the economic growth also, because you will be commercializing your innovation, you will be selling it to a company, or you will be making business out of your innovation. So economic invention is there, it will promote the artistic work also, it will help in getting the investment. A country will get investment if you are doing lot number of innovation in your country. So lot number of FDI will arrive into your country. So people will be quite curious about your country, so they will be investing in your country, because they will see that technological innovation is happening in your country, and there will be also cultural expansion. Now, who will get the benefit of IPR? So it will be for commercialization, protect innovator, economic growth. You can read. Who are the people who are getting the benefit of this IPR? Innovators are there, and creators are there. It will encourage them to do more innovation as their innovation is being protected. Then businesses are there. This IPR thing will help to protect their brand power, it will help them to protect their knowledge, it will help them to protect their innovation and technologies from the unauthorized use, and also it will give them a competitive edge against their competitors. Then next part, economy is also getting benefit of this IPR, because more number of FDI will arrive in your country, because you are doing technology innovation also. Our next question, how does this IPR work? So you have to apply for the IPR in the registered office, and you will be getting the rights to use, manufacture and sell your product for a specified time period. So any innovation done will have a time period, like right now it is 20 years. After 20 years you can make that product, because now that product will be benefiting the society. So for 20 years you can commercially utilize that product. After that time period it will be waived off. So you will be getting a license to sell your product, and different types of patent we have seen. Copyrights is there, trademarks is there, design patent is there, geographical indicator is there, trade secrets are also there, in which the company will claim that this is the trade secret, this is how they are operating, and due to this trade secret they are able to get the profit. So that is also patented. So we have seen in how exclusive right to sell, getting a license is there. Now some data and facts related to this part. According to World Intellectual Property Organization, we see more than 22,000 patents were filed in India. And if we talk about China, the number is quite high. China is having the patents roughly around more than 15 lakh patents that they have filed. If we talk about the time period of getting this patent and getting this license, in Russia it is roughly around 4.2 months, but in India it is quite high. It is more than 3 years, roughly around 42 months it will require to get a patent that, for which you have applied. If we talk about the contribution of the countries in the research and development part, China it is quite high. There, if we talk about China, it is roughly around 2.5% of their GDP in research and development. Who? China. And India it is quite low, less than 0.7% of GDP. Less than 0.7% of GDP is there. It means India need to invest more in the research and development part. In terms of the global IPR ranking also, India's rank is quite low. According to the US Chamber of Commerce and Global Innovation Policy, India's rank is roughly around 42 out of the 55 economies. So India's rank is 42 out of 55 in the US Chamber of Commerce Global Innovation Policy Center 2023 index. If we talk about FDI, it is said that countries will receive 20% more FDI if they are investing in the IPR thing. If more number of patents are filed, more number of innovation is there, those countries are able to get 20% more investment. Then if we talk about some challenges regarding this IPR thing in India, first of all, enforcement issues are there. That IPR longs, if we talk about if someone is filing for the IPR and if there is some counter claims, so there is long delay in the judicial process also, and in resolving such disputes there is long delay. Then the next problem is regarding the piracy and the counterfeit part. There is rampant copyright infringement in India regarding the films, regarding the softwares, regarding the music industries, and it is a big challenge for the India's market. Next is the awareness gap is there. People are not knowing about this, getting the legal rights and how to file the IPR also. So this is again a big problem. Many times we see in the Indian medicine and in the Ayurveda, Indian companies have not filed the IPR, and those IPR are being filed by the US companies and counter claims are being done. Then cost of filing, if we talk about high cost of filing such IPR and patent and trademarks in India is there, and smaller entities it is becoming difficult for them because the cost of innovation is not that much, but cost of filing is quite high. So that is again a big problem. Then some reforms are there that can strengthen these IPR thing. First is faster processing of such patents can be there, and this can be done using the technology, AI technology we can use. Number of examiners need to be improved, skill development of the existing examiners should be there, and streamlining of the process should be there, that within a time frame a thing has to be complete. Then IPR awareness campaign can be launched in the schools, in the colleges, and in the business area. We should be educating our MSMEs also regarding this, getting a patent, registering your product. This can be done. Strengthening enforcement mechanisms can be done, such as judiciary and the law enforcement, and we can say hiring more number of judges and enforcement officers for this part. IPR education should be there in the school curriculum and in the college curriculum should be there, and also we should be promoting this culture of innovation in the schools and colleges also. IPR facilitation centers should be there across India that will provide the support, how to file the IPR, how to get the patent, and regarding their queries, such type of call centers should be there that will be helping the startups and the MSMEs in the intellectual property right. So our next question that was asked in the UPSC examination, and in this question we have to talk about the present world scenario of the intellectual property right with respect to life materials. So your debate regarding this question is now restricted to the life sciences. In the medical science, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, so they are talking about this part only, this life sciences. You need not to talk about automation part, AI technology and other things, but you have to strictly stick to this part. So this is the first part that you need to answer. Second is, India is second in the world to file patents, still only few have been commercialized. So we are filing the patent, but we are not able to exploit the technology. We are not able to sell those products commercially and gain benefit out of it. This is the second thing that it is asking. And the third thing, it is explain the reasons behind this part. Less commercialization, why this thing is happening. So in this part, you need to know regarding the demand of the question, that is, it is asking about the current global scenario. Second thing, it is also talking about India's position in the filing these global patents. And third thing, it is asking why these patents are not being commercialized, or factors that are hindering the commercialization of these products in life sciences, pharmaceuticals and biotechnology. So these are the few things that you need to discuss in this question. So you must have some data regarding the IPR related data of India and globally. Then in the introduction part, you can talk about the data of India that I have already discussed with you right now regarding the IPR, or you can also talk about some global innovation index data or India's rank in the introduction part. Giving the definition of IPR will not work in this question. So you need to work out on the data part. Then the second thing, we have to talk about the scenario regarding the IPR in the life sciences part. So, a global scenario of IPR in the life sciences. In this part, we will be talking about innovation that is happening in the pharmaceuticals, and in the world we see in US, these pharmaceutical technologies, life sciences, they are heavily patented in the USA, and countries like USA is there, Europe is there, Japan is there, that is supporting this innovation drive ecosystem in their countries. And there is also TRIPS is there, and a lot number of WTO agreements are there that is helping in standardizing these rules and regulations regarding the IPR protection globally. Then we will be writing about India's position in filing the patent filing. Second part is India's position in IPR filing. As we have already seen, according to the WIPO report, that India has roughly filed around more than 23,000 patents, and still we are not able to commercialize. And this question is also saying that India is amongst the few countries that is filing highest number of patents. Roughly India is in the second number. First is your China, third can be your US also. And lot number of government schemes are there that is helping the businesses to grow, such as Stand Up India scheme, Startup India scheme, Make in India scheme is there, that is encouraging innovation in India. And high volume of patents is there, but still we are not able to commercialize those products. So that is again a big challenge. Then we can talk about weak industry academic linkages there. The skills required by the industry is not being provided at the schools and the colleges. So this is a big problem. Universities are there and research institutions are there, but we are not able to connect with the students. We are not able to tell that in which area you should be innovating the part. So we are failing to make a market related skill employee. So this is a big problem in India. So Indian academics are still teaching the old curriculum in our school and college days. So that is a big problem. And right now the skills required is AI technology, biotechnology, nanotechnology, and still we are following the older curriculum. So this is a big problem. Then lack of funding is there. because this innovations requires 10 to 15 years and long funding is there, and these, if we are able to get the funding, our innovation time reduces, and also we'll be able to get the support in terms of connecting with the institution, connecting with the scientists, researchers, testing is there, scaling is there regarding these products. So it requires a large amount of funding. Funding can come from the capital market, it can also come from the money market also. And if you are not able to get the funding part, we will not be able to convert those innovative products into the market ready products or market sellable products. A brand will not be created, so it will not be a market selling product will not be there. Then next part, regulatory hurdles are there. In terms of the regulatory hurdles, lot number of clearances are regarding the safety part, environmental issues are there, ethical issues are also there that are standing in between. So these issues will be a burden on the innovator part, and it can delay the commercialization of those products. And if the market is ready for that product and we are launching that product after 2 to 3 years, so again it will not be sellable in the market, because lot number of products like that would have already arrived in the market. Then next part, infrastructure shortage is there. Infrastructure shortage is there. Innovation hub, incubators, essential support, patent development part is there, and testing labs is there, and also it also requires state of art technology is there, that government itself is promoting those innovations. Testing facility, skilled workforce, all these things are missing in India. That's why we are not able to commercialize the thing. Then we can talk about some case study. And in this part we can talk about biotech commercialization. So one case study in India regarding the biotech commercialization and the challenges it is facing in India. And in areas of biofuels and medical diagnostics, we have already done lot number of innovation, and we have also successfully commercialized. But the biotech startups, they are facing lot number of challenges in scaling the part, in getting the funding part, and also in terms of getting the skilled talent, and also market linkages is not there. So we will not be fully able to exploit the innovation part that we have done. Whereas in countries like USA, the government is itself giving them the funds. There is private culture, venture capitalists are also there that is supporting this innovation part, and that's why they are able to commercially exploit the technology. So a swift commercialization is seen in the USA part, but not in the India part. Then in the conclusion part, it should be a optimistic or a futuristic conclusion should be there, that if we are able to improve the skill development part, strong industry academic linkage is there, streamlining of regulations is there, and more number of examiners are there, we will be fully able to exploit the technology. So this is how you have to write this answer. Thank you everyone.